Hey guys, I'm Ashley Gavin.
And I'm Josh Johnson.
And this is our new podcast,
What's News with You?
That
actually went really well. It's the news show about anything that's not happening in the news. We react to your news. We also share our news. We'll have a guest on sometimes, and they'll give us their news.
Thank you guys for being here. We hope you enjoy it.
Now, WNWY reports across the globe from What's News with You, with comedians Josh Johnson and Ashley Gavin, and you, our reporters in the field. What's News with You?
I do like us having some very offbeat sting. You know what I mean? Some of the...
That's fine.
Yeah, I can do it.
Yeah.
What's News with You? With Josh Johnson.
And Ashley Gavin.
That's me.
Hey.
And special field correspondent,
There we go. Okay.
Geoffrey Asmus.
Hello. Nice to meet you all.
He's our favorite beta male. He's your
Yes.
favorite white comedian.
Thank
he is
you.
a cuck.
Yes. Okay. There we go. Wow.
That's
It
your
seemed
thing.
really nice, but then you went after me. Okay. I know.
No, but
I like cucks.
You're
yeah,
everyone's.
it's good.
You're like when I said it's Jeffrey, Alex was
Yeah,
like,
I was hype. I was like,
Oh,
yeah,
really?
I love
hell
Yeah,
yeah.
you're
God,
killing-
I got to do well. I got to be funny.
You're killing
Okay,
it, though. You have a
okay.
special on
thank you.
YouTube and
I do.
you're touring
The only
and-
funny white man on YouTube. Yes.
Get 'em.
yes.
Get 'em.
Destroyed
Talk to
me in
'em.
the algorithm, but I
Talk
think
to
it was
him,
fun.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jews aren't whites, they don't count. So just of non-white, non-Jews, I'm the funniest of the white people.
I regret saying talk to him, Jeff.
Yeah, you
No,
gave me
keep going.
permission, and then I went for it. I'm sorry.
I think I have a funny news update.
Yeah, what's
Let's
news
go.
with
Can
you?
I tell you? Well, I think it's a courtesy
Okay.
that should be extended to whites in certain environments. You're not on board. Just for people
I'm
listening at home.
I'm listening.
Okay,
This is the sound of listening.
Here's the thing.
The sound of listening. I like that. That's great.
I went on a date with Jen to a restaurant that Alex had recommended, an Indian restaurant on the Lower East Side.
Oh,
Hell yes.
cultured
Oh, hell
white
yeah.
man. Nice
Yeah,
work,
he loves-
Alex.
Yeah,
very
he's
good.
he's a foodie.
There we
And
go.
I also went to the very hip Indian restaurant recently, Sema.
Okay.
And what I like in the I really don't know what I'm talking about,
Okay.
but it feels like both of these places are their thing is we're not the Indian food that white people were raised
We're
on.
doing real
food.
Indian
This is
food.
really
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
one of their slogans is unapologetically Indian. I'm like,
It's like you're gonna
great.
get diarrhea.
Yeah.
That's your body has not experienced this food before.
They're
Yeah.
telling you
New for
outright, this is not Taco Bell.
right,
Yeah,
exactly.
Don't come here with your preconceived
This
notions.
has
Yes.
spices you've never
Yeah,
experienced.
and so I think as a white New Yorker, I have pretty standard white native New Yorker spice level, which is probably higher than wherever the fuck you're from.
Minnesota.
Yeah,
Like that.
so-
I actually like spice, but you're right. Generally, people from Minnesota,
Yeah,
it's pretty
so
bad.
I think I'm not. I can't
That's
take
so wild that you immediately were like, I'm one of the good ones.
What are the good? No, I can take it. I knew a couple Somalians in Minneapolis. Come on, okay.
Well, what I'm trying to say is I would never venture to say that I can tolerate a lot of spice because I know better, but I can tolerate more than Barbara. You
Yeah.
know? Oh, so
Coming after our beautiful culture, my God, the Swedish will get you.
look,
my
you-
God.
it's
It is out of pocket to do the accent to his face.
Yeah.
It is.
See, we can't handle spice, but you could never eat lutefisk also. You could never eat pickled herring the way we eat pickled herring. It's not spice, but try to have head cheese. You couldn't handle head cheese. Gelatinous brain.
You're
okay?
so right.
Yeah, so
You're
it's
so
different.
right.
We all do. Just don't come after my beautiful state.
Well, we're in there and I'm eating. And when we went to the other restaurant, exact same thing happened. It's spicy and it's the type of spice that's building over the meal. And I'm trying to enjoy the meal. I want to taste everything, but I need a cup of milk. I'm in a place where
You ordered a cup of milk?
Wait, yo,
No, okay.
That okay.
I looked at Jen and I said, it might be happening. I might need a cup of milk.
It's so crazy. Cause okay, wait, I'm so sorry, but needed the cup of milk at the Indian restaurant that you elected to go to.
I did.
Also, they don't eat cows.
Well, there's paneer cheese. I don't know what kind of milk
I
that
actually
is,
don't
though.
know. I don't know. You're right.
Is that what you did is like moving to the Bronx and call the police. Like,
can I have a glass of milk?
I knew better.
Ordering a glass of milk anywhere is insane. No one's drinking milk anymore. After Got Milk lied to us for decades, we're like, fuck milk. I feel like no one drinks milk anymore.
Well, I didn't order the milk.
Okay.
But I did have my water refilled by my server at least 85 times. And I think there should be a privilege, a courtesy extended if the waiter sees that you have refilled your water 85 times. There should be a polite courtesy where they come over and they go quietly, do you need a glass of milk? I think there should just be like
a cup of sugar for you.
I'm almost, and look, I'm not.
Or a buzzer on the table, a button, a light. Just
don't embarrass you.
Right,
it's embarrassing to ask for the milk.
I hear what you're saying, and I have not been to this restaurant, but I'm pretty sure everything you just described is exactly what a mango lassi is for.
You're right. Like, there was a lassi on the menu.
Like,
there was.
I feel like if
what
you
is
would just,
lassi? I don't
it's
know.
like a yogurt-based
Right,
drink.
yeah.
right.
It's basically
You're so
their
right.
milk.
Oh, that would have been it. Yeah, it's one of those thick yogurt drinks.
Yeah. So
Now it's even worse
the
because
fact
there
that
was
you're
an option readily
you're
available
like,
for
fuck
me.
your culture. Give me fucking cow
I want
milk.
white milk.
Yeah.
Don't
From
you
an
dare
animal
bring
that's
me that
sacred to you.
orange yogurt. I want white Christian milk brought to me now with ice, please.
Ice in the milk?
I would.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
hot.
Was this one of those restaurants where when you order it, they're like on a scale of 5 how spicy to
No,
make it?
you don't.
You didn't get a pick.
It's
Okay.
unapologetically Indian. You do not
Okay.
get to pick the spice level.
Did it
is
say like 2 peppers next to it or
No,
something
nothing.
like that?
Okay,
Nothing.
were there any other white people in there?
very few.
Very few. Did you?
That means it was good,
That
though.
was another. That's
It was good.
You nailed it, Geoffrey.
Yeah.
That was the white thing that I did in there when I went in.
You
I
clocked
immediately
it.
went
Yeah.
to Jen and I said, I'm about to do a thing. And she goes, I know what you're going to do. And I go, not a lot of whites here. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good.
They should. Well, they should give you the whatever, the lassi, not milk.
Yeah, sure.
Give you their
If it
local
is
The
milk-
custom.
lassi also
yeah.
tastes better.
Yeah,
than,
it's true.
than just
and
the regular milk.
if it does have to be milk, please an opaque cup so that
So no one
else.
knows. Yeah. So it's like
I have it all thought out.
Yeah, that's good.
So you want them to not only bring me my white
In a
milk,
ceramic
you
mug.
want it to be
I'll
brought
pay
in
a
that,
privilege tax on it.
in that
Okay, that's
cafeteria
good.
cup.
A little
Yeah, I want it in a
tax.
cafeteria cup. I want it in a styrofoam cup. I want the whitest drink in the worst creation.
Yeah,
That's
yes.
ruining. Yeah.
Secret.
Oh
Yeah.
wow!
So then no one else
Secret
knows
milk.
she can't handle it.
Yeah.
Everyone looks like, oh my gosh, she's eating all that spicy food.
Look.
How'd
Yeah.
she do it? Yeah.
I'm with bringing you the cup, but if they bring you the opaque cup, it's got to say British on it.
Wasp.
We can't just let you get away. No.
If they're gonna do the milk, just turn the seat into a toilet too, so we can just keep eating and shitting the whole time.
What's news with you?
Okay, so I was out this past weekend. Went to Minneapolis, went to Madison,
There we go.
went to
Those are my
Chicago.
towns. There we
right?
go.
Yeah. I was looking for you,
Yeah.
and I couldn't find you, and now you're here,
And
so I still
it
get to
worked
see
out.
you.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So when I was in Madison, there was someone that came up and they told me that they were a fan. And it's like, I'm still trying to get used to the idea of someone approaching me and being like, I like what you do. And
Mhm.
so I was like, taken aback. I was like, oh, thanks for watching everything. And they were like, yeah, you really helped me get through some stuff. And I was like, oh, I appreciate you. And they're like, yeah, it's just like
Lovely.
the way that you like write the jokes and you're so quick and everything. I tell a lot of stories. So in my head, I was like, oh, well, thank you. Because maybe some people see a story as just a story that was funny. And some
Mhm.
people see the jokes that you're
Right.
dropping along the way
Sure,
while
yeah.
you tell
Sure.
the story. And so then they were like, yeah, and you look good in a suit. I'm not going to lie, but I thought you'd be
Uh-oh.
taller. And I was like,
Uh-oh.
what? And
Can I
then
pause you
and-
right there?
Yeah.
White
yeah.
fan?
I'll tell you in a second.
Okay.
It was in Madison, Wisconsin.
I'm wor-
but
yeah, I'm a
guessing,
little worried.
I'm guessing.
So then I was like, oh, okay. And they're like, yeah, I watch
Wait,
you.
let me phrase it differently. Would this person be getting the milk?
They would. they might be getting the milk,
Okay,
but I'll give it away at the end. Basically, they were like, "Oh yeah, and I watch you every week and everything because I post every week." That still didn't like bump me at all, and they were just like, "Yeah, every Saturday I watch you," and I was like, "Oh."
Oh no, you post
what?
a different day, don't you?
And I post on Tuesdays,
Yeah.
and I'm like, all right, people can watch whenever they want. It's up forever, so it's not a big deal. And then they were like, yeah, I just love that pairing that you have. And some people say that me and Desi are a good pairing whenever we do chats and stuff like that. And so I'm used to that as well, or me and Dulce or something.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, but I mean, I can't believe it's just like the comedy stars align, like you and Jost.
No.
I knew it as soon as
They
you
thought
said.
you were Michael
and
Che?
then I started looking at your
What?
face.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I was like trying to give this guy some grace here because
That's an unbelievable.
That's pretty off.
It's
That's not even close.
not only is it not close on the head, he
Yeah.
is a bigger man.
Yeah, he's huge.
Taller.
He is so much bigger than me.
He's huge.
And so it's like confusing a football player with a ballet dancer.
Yeah, there's literally very few similarities. That's so
And
funny.
so then I was like, oh, like, and this is when they said Jost was on, I was like, oh, and then
Wait,
they
were
kept,
they at your show?
no,
this is
they
walking
just
around.
they just
Okay.
saw me like
That means
Do you
wandering
think?
came
around.
to
Okay,
your
can I
show.
try and make this better? Do you think it's possible that they are a fan of you and also Michael Che, and they've watched you? They've watched
you
Michael. They just had a
confused.
moment of.
Maybe, but basically, to make a medium link story short, they were a fan of color.
Oh no!
This person told me once I corrected them that they were legally blind.
Oh.
So now you're ableist.
And so
But they heard you talk though. You don't sound like Michael Che.
Wait,
Yeah.
no, I
Not
have
only-
to. I think that's a lie.
You
Are
think
they
it's a
going?
lie?
I think that's a lie. Are they going up to every black person, being like, "I love you" on SNL?
Did
That's
did
a
they look
crazy
blind when they
thing
were
to do.
walking? Did they have a cane?
they did not have a cane.
Okay.
They did have some of the thickest glasses I've ever seen. Like their glasses were bulletproof. And so
If you're like that, you can't say you look like someone. I
No,
think
ever.
you're 40
they
years
didn't
old.
say-
You have to learn. I can't do this.
they didn't say I
I'm
look
not made
like
to do this.
They didn't say I look like at all.
Or you
They
say
were
look like,
just
but you
like, I love you.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm a big fan.
But did they know
okay.
you were a comedian? I have to think they're doing this to other black people about Michael Che. Like I can't.
Potentially.
Because they wouldn't have known you were a comedian.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Because then I was like, I didn't even address it because in my head I'm like, everybody's got their own thing that they're going through.
Sure.
But
You're a kind
even
man.
if you are legally blind and you're talking to someone and you can mostly hear them, once again, we have different voices. But also
The height.
the
you
height.
can see height.
Like if you can see
Michael
it all.
sits at a desk, and I'm assuming
They might not know he's tall.
that she's got her
Oh, I
glasses
guess
off.
He never
when-
stands up. He never
guess-
stands up.
I guess him sitting down, me standing up is the same.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, they think you're standing up behind the desk.
That is
We're the same
so.
height when Michael Chase sits down and I
Wild.
walk up to him at the cellar. We are eye level.
I think that's a level of sort of like, I have a physical disability. I don't talk about it a lot, but I think when you have something, you need to acknowledge that we can't do everything. You know?
Yes.
There are some things that I can't do.
Yeah,
okay?
I mean,
I know that. And
Yeah.
if you're legally blind,
You can't be saying,
You
going up to
can't-
strangers, being like,
can't-
love your work.
No,
love your
you
work.
can't do
Oh
that.
my God.
if anything, you could just tell
You can
everyone
do
you
so
love their
many
work
things.
and stop.
It's like if someone went up to me and was like, oh, you're Chet Holmgren. Guy 2 foot taller than me on the Thunder. Makes
But yeah,
no sense.
that was
That's great
news
news.
with me.
That's
yeah.
a
great
good one.
news.
That's
So,
a good one.
Michael, if you're listening, you've helped someone through a rough time.
Michael. Oh.
but they're still blind. Well, what is news with you?
What is news with me? So this is over Christmas. This is kind of a heavier, not that heavy, I guess, but we were talking and we're trying not to talk about politics because of the holidays. It ended up coming up. I knew my dad, big Trump guy, not surprised. But then I found out my mom voted for Donald Trump, and it was very surprising because if you don't know my mom,
Is
obviously.
she
but-
lying?
No. She's I thought maybe she was like trying to keep my dad happy. But no, she fell on the wagon for sure. But she's like a hippie kind of, and like deep into crafting, and it was very shocking. And then you talk to her, and I found, oh, you've fallen into all the propaganda. Like she got by all the Facebook memes and stuff. She's like, 500,000 immigrants are sex slaves and all this like QAnon adjacent stuff. It was a shock to the Asmus family.
What a lot of people don't realize, and like this like incredible Venn diagram that Trump is for people, that people that are like ultra conservative, heavy, like big on military police, all this stuff like that, and then people who are like more hippie-ish.
Yeah, granola, anti-vax.
There's a way.
A little bit. She's a nurse though, not anti-vax, but yeah.
There's a way through, because Trump gets some people to like him or think that he's fighting for the little guy out of the things that are problems, and they have a lot of compassion for those problems. And then there are people who think that he's fighting for the little guy because he wants to bust up things, and they're like, yeah, this thing is corrupt.
Yeah.
So it doesn't
it's a crazy Venn diagram.
It doesn't actually surprise me that much that your mom might like fall into it, because it is like one of those things. I've seen lots of posts where people are like, Trump's going to do this really good thing for these people who are hurting, and that's why they're so into him. Yeah. Because they're like, under the current administration, or
she does seem worried about the immigrants, though.
She was worried about the immigrants. That was a big one.
Isn't she worried about them being sex slaves?
Yeah,
it's weird that she thinks the solution is to deport them. Yeah, I don't really. They're being enslaved. Yeah, do it in Mexico. How about you get in Mexico, not in America? But that doesn't really make sense.
But that's what I mean. I'm like, okay, here's the thing.
We're gonna them in Mexico, and they're gonna pay for it. They're gonna pay for all the sex slaves.
I didn't know you did a Trump.
That's pretty good.
That's a pretty good
I did not
Trump.
know that
that's good. I've heard that, but yeah, that's good.
I did not know that at all. Wow.
I can do it. It's the one reason I'm excited. I actually voted for him so that I could do.
Bring back elections. Yeah. Bring back accents.
Elections. No, I can just see an issue. I can see like a single issue. And then your dad being like, yep, got to get the immigrants out, whatever. And then your mom being like, I heard that there's a cabal.
Yes, that's what it's a real weird Christian thing.
Yeah.
And
is your mom a hippie
so
Christian?
Crazy to me, because that guy.
She's also grew up on a farm, and she's like, the Democrats want to take away the voice of rural America and stuff like that.
I think ultimately it comes down to just Democrats not addressing the problem.
Yeah,
and
it's their fault,
people being
really.
like, well, he'll do something.
Yeah, it really boiled down to that.
And us having so much privilege as Americans in a lot of ways. I know not everybody, but like a lot of people have it really good here. And we no longer remember a time where like
rights were gone.
And so they're like, shake it up because it can't get worse. Yeah, it absolutely can.
She said Kamala fucked her way to the top. That was a big reason she didn't like. I didn't know that was a.
You can't be worried about the sex workers and Kamala.
It was so weird. She's like, she sucked her way to the top, but she's also like this feminist. It's very bizarre. There's probably a little racism involved. It's a little bit of racism involved. Yeah.
I have this thing about like how women, like I think I'm working on this bit where basically I'm like, why are we so focused on raising the bar for men? We need to lower the bar for women.
Sure.
Like if Kamala had some sexual harassment allegations,
that would have been cool.
Don't you think that exactly? Like if Hillary had jumped in on Monica Lewinsky, don't you think there would be a different?
She should have done
like
an
if she were
Indian
just
accent.
more male.
If Kamala's like, oh, my family is from India. Everyone would have loved her.
Can you imagine if Kamala had a story come out where she just had an intern come in, close the door behind him, and just said, dance. Whoa.
People would have liked that, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Been good.
I think the unlikable quality of women is that they don't do the cool shit that men get away with.
They feel like they have to be perfect, but it actually would be better if they were flawed.
Yeah, and then it looks like a little try-hardy, because to back up your point and maybe even your bit, Amy Klobuchar actually, if I remember correctly.
Oh my God, when I found out she threw the fork at the intern, I was like, amazing.
She threw a fork?
No. This is crazy. This is crazy. It's crazier than the fork. So Amy Klobuchar, if I remember correctly, she went up in the polls a little bit, because it was still back when they were like polling in Iowa and stuff. So we're talking early 2020 election, right? And she hadn't. I don't think she had eaten all day. This is the way I heard it. She had not eaten all day. She sent out an intern to get her a salad. For whatever reason, it was taking a while. That part's not on the intern, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's taken a while to the point where she has to she has to board the flight, and the intern's on the flight too. Like they're flying from somewhere, right? And then they bring her the salad, but like any 20-something who's just kind of excited to change the world or whatever, they were completely inefficient and brought her the salad and no fork.
Oh.
So then she had to eat it with a comb.
Oh, no.
And then when she was done, she threw the comb.
Oh,
I'm like,
my God.
That's so baller to actually, because you gotta.
That'd be tough to eat it. You got hair in it. You gotta
You gotta mix the dressing in with the comb. And then bite the comb. And then eat
She's
the
like,
comb.
we're not giving free tuition to Gen Z. She's like, you're incompetent.
And then, because once again, I'm not trying to lie on anybody. This is the version of the story that I heard, so I'm not even saying it's completely right. But apparently, when she got done with the salad, as much of it she could eat.
Now, don't you love a bitch that chucks a comb?
But that's
I
what I'm
think that's
saying,
cool.
dude.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, she went up a little bit.
Yeah.
When people heard that story, there were some people that were treating it like a crisis thing of oh, her blood pressure or whatever, blood sugar. What? It's like, no, lean into it because people. I wrote jokes about that thing happening. It's that's what everybody should be doing.
Because Trump created this thing where you don't apologize, you double down, and it's genius.
We should probably get to the.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we got to get to the middle. Yeah,
Alex,
get to
are
the
you going to
listeners.
introduce our?
We're gonna turn to some news from our reporters in the
Let's go.
field. This news comes from our field reporter, BGF. That's all.
It's got to be one of mine. If you hear a name that
Big
could.
gay F slur.
What
I love it. I'm here for it.
what a tightrope to walk.
that was a. I don't know why I did that riff, but I did.
Perfectly
Yeah.
fine to use gay in a derogatory way.
Well, wasn't that
but
like
don't you use the fucking F slur.
Well, it reminds me of Big Friendly Giant, the Roald Dahl book. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
What if that
BGF.
is what they're
might
like?
be.
Man, I just really love the
Roald
story.
Dahl.
A
And-
dyslexic fan of
Yeah,
Roald Dahl.
It has been 3 cars now in less than 1 week crashing into buildings in Columbus, Ohio. Yesterday, 2 cars, 2 in a row, hit a Kroger in Delaware, which is a bit north of Columbus. One right after the other. A blue one plowed straight through the exit doors into this Kroger, and a tan one just followed suit into a column right outside.
Can you pause real quick?
Were
I'm
these
so
happening
sorry.
at the same time or different
They
days?
They seem to be happening at the
This
same time
particular
because
one, this case, I guess, in this Kroger in Delaware,
it was the same.
Ohio, 2 cars, one right after the other, barreled.
In the parking lot? It doesn't even make sense.
What I love more than this news report is Jeff's face when it started, because the way you said "wait, what" was more like, no, we know how to drive in Columbus.
Not Columbus. I mean, that's
Can
the most
I also
interesting thing to ever happen in
Just
Columbus. That
shout
place
out
sucks.
to the person who wrote in. The way she delivered that line,
It was well
Yeah.
done. It was
brilliant.
well
I don't
done.
even think a comedian could have
One
written
after
it.
the other.
Can we
and-
just? Can you say from the beginning just
From
one
the
more? I
top?
just need to hear it one more time. It was so beautiful.
It has been 3 cars now in less than 1 week crashing into buildings in Columbus,
She
Ohio.
took the lead for the end.
Yeah,
That was good.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was good.
yeah. That's real-
well-structured sentence.
Very
actually.
good. Very good.
That's
Okay.
like people fiend for that type of writing.
Have
I mean?
BGF on.
Yeah,
we
and
gotta
she
have
said
BGF.
there have been 3 like not only keeping the suspense up, but she keeps saying cars instead of. I'm waiting for her to say days.
Yeah.
Like there have been 3
Right.
days now where this thing has
Cars
happened.
as a unit of measurement is amazing.
Yeah. And it is the
That's true.
perfect unit of measurement for car accidents.
Yeah.
Some would argue it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
that is.
Followed suit into a column right outside. I want to remind you, the parking lot of a Kroger is not an appropriate place to play follow the leader, people. But yes, there are several Instagram accounts that track how long it has been since a car hit a building in Columbus, Ohio, and it is rare that a week goes by without a car crashing into a building in Columbus, Ohio.
I feel like Columbus, Ohio just doesn't have brakes. Like they make the whole car and then they're like,
Are there?
Columbus is such a. Have you been to
I've
Columbus? It's
been.
such
Yeah.
a bizarre city.
It's
so
a
like,
really weird
It's like
city.
a yuppie paradise. Everything's like corporate, and
It is very
You always have a
interesting.
good time, and I'm always like, why though? Why did I
Yeah,
enjoy this?
'cause it's
Yeah.
There's
well
no
built.
culture at all.
The
It's all
city
corporate.
planning of it was done by like a genius.
Oh
Like,
really?
Why do you know this?
No, I'm just saying it's like the way that the way because I asked a
I will
lot
say
of
the
questions.
funny bone there is fantastic.
I haven't been
Yeah,
there. I've
no,
heard
it's
good
great.
things.
Yeah.
I've heard good things.
When you go to Columbus and you just look around, because I asked someone who was from there, I was like, why is it like this built this way? Because it's the same thing as in Fort Collins, I think it is.
Oh, okay,
Where you know
yeah.
how like
I love Fort Collins.
the city square of Fort Collins is built like pretty perfect. It's
yeah,
insane.
it's awesome. I love
And
the name drag.
it's built like that because they based that off of
of Columbus.
Disneyland.
Oh, really?
And so that's why
it has
it's
a Disneyland feel.
Yeah. So
it's
that's
so it's like where they test a bunch of products, I guess, Columbus. It's
Yeah.
like the average demographics of America.
yeah. They need to start testing these brakes.
Yeah, right. How is there more?
Are there
people
theories?
get hurt or what?
Yeah, like can we look some of these up?
Sure.
And are there theories as to why in Columbus, Ohio, they keep crashing?
Like, are they like going at a? You'd have to like really be not paying attention to crash into a grocery store.
yeah,
Like, you're not
Yeah.
going more than 20 in a parking lot
no.
unless they're just really excited about the deal.
Unless
they
the
got.
parking lot empty and you think it's road.
All right. I mean, if this is late at night,
Yeah.
that's different. That's
Yeah.
different because you're a high school kid. You're doing donuts in the parking lot.
And then
That could
boom.
be different. If that's the case, I understand. get
Also, shout out to BGF for
Yeah.
delivering this like a reporter
yeah,
in the
seriously,
field.
like
because
That was
really,
good.
she
If you
killed the
follow the leader
delivery.
joke was
yeah,
great.
They
if
killed
you
the
if you
delivery.
pay attention to how it was delivered, it wasn't even talking to us. It was like
It's a news
people,
report.
Right.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah.
Don't play follow the leader. I wish the
Yeah.
news
I
would do
think they
this.
might work
Yeah,
at the
joke.
Kroger.
Yeah.
It feels like this is personal to them.
Oh, maybe.
It feels like they're over there working the
Yeah.
flower department and
The
cars
car
have
keeps-
crashed through.
Well, you found a video? No, just a photo. Oh, okay.
I'd like to see it.
Yeah, I want to see how much destruction was rained upon this Kroger. Because Krogers are sacred in the Midwest. You got to protect the Kroger.
Oh,
Okay, so that's
the car is
Now notice-
smashed a little
that's
bit.
the column one though.
That hit
I'd just
a
like to
brick
point out that there
wall.
are poles to prevent this from happening.
They slid
and
through
they
the riot
slid
poles.
through
yeah.
the poles.
Why
and
would they make the
pulled in-
poles car width?
This
Yeah.
The whole thing is to stop the cars.
I'm not gonna lie, this does feel a lot like Trump's border wall. Like it's like just perfect gaps to have the
Yeah.
thing happen you say you don't want to
A
have happen.
Mexican-sized hole every couple miles.
You know, that's wild.
They were going fairly. I mean, the front was crunched pretty bad. They were going at a
Yeah.
decent speed.
It also
That's funny.
there are some of those things that because of how they're built, if you crash right into it, because I've seen it on the dummies before, you crash right into it, you actually go up and sometimes over it.
Oh,
So
really?
For the skinny yellow ones,
Yeah.
if you hit it hard enough, it'll bend
Yes.
and you'll land over it.
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
That
Okay.
one should have stopped them.
They
Well,
they
I would like
avoided the poles
That's
clearly,
a-
but not
yeah.
the wall.
We
It
have an
says,
update.
though, the second car that's not pictured here did go directly into the exit doors.
This
That's
almost
just fun. That's a dream to drive through a grocery store. That's fun. My mom always talks about how
Oh
she
my
drove a car
God,
through her
I
high
went
school.
to the
My mom always talks about she drove a Volkswagen Beetle through her high school in like
Did
the
she really?
70s. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard some of her friends corroborate it. She did drive a car through the hallway. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I know. I'm actually like, okay, Mom, it's fine you voted for Trump. I don't care. That's so funny that you did
That's
that.
so cool.
It's just so sick,
See,
Mom.
that's so likable.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
so likable,
She's
woman.
cool.
Stop
yeah.
trying to drive perfectly to negate the stereotype of women being bad drivers. Instead, be a bad driver. Drive a car through your school. Own it.
Yes.
I mean,
Own
this
the
is like kind of
stereotype.
perfect for your bit. It's like falling in line with everything you've been saying. I've actually never seen a bit be so right in real time. like genuinely, like you said that, and I was like, oh yeah, I think that would work. Amy Klobuchar went up a couple points, and now Jeff's mom.
You
Jeff's
just got
mom,
to drive
totally.
through a school. Yeah, be cool.
I'm gonna be laughing about that car line all day long. I need a follow up from BGF.
Yeah,
BGF, will you,
Yes.
big gay
Do one
faggot,
every
Give
week.
us another
Will
another
you
report,
please
BGF, please.
let us just keep us updated on how many more cars crash into the Kroger. Please tell us why And the theories, if you're from Columbus and you know about this and you have theories, like
It
please
is
write
the
to
Midwest.
us.
It's just drunk.
could
There
just
is a
be
drunk
drunk.
thing element too.
If you feel like doing some real investigating, see if the Kroger's a big magnet.
Yeah, I think go down there with some metal.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's like a Pizzagate thing. They're trying to crash in to stop some sex trafficking. They're like,
Probably.
there's kids in the basement.
There's probably some.
We're coming to get you.
You know what? There's some good Americans.
That guy
very
just got
good
shot.
Americans.
Yeah.
What?
The
I was just
Pizzagate
about to bring
guy
that up.
just
Whoa.
died.
They
Really?
just shot the Pizzagate
The guy who shot up the whatever pizza restaurant in
Yeah.
DC,
Is
he
that
got
your
gunned down
story
by the
from
cops.
this week?
No.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Our hero.
Our hero, I know. Sorry, the government doesn't want to help children. There you have it, folks. Biden's last big act to kill a patriot. My God.
Hey, real quick, thank you so much for listening, watching the show and everything. If you want your voicemail to be reacted to the way that one just was, all you have to do is hit us up on patreon.com/WNWY.
/WNWY.
We will make sure to prioritize your voicemails in episodes.
And it's a great way to keep this podcast going. It supports me and Josh, but not just us. Our producer, Alex, it makes this possible.
So my story is that let me see where we are. I believe this is Britain. No, I think this was Australia, actually.
I'm so glad it's not the same as mine. Mine is so important.
That'd be funny if you had the exact same story. That'd
It'll
be
happen
great.
sooner
Yeah,
or later.
it will.
Yeah. So basically, there is a mosh pit diaper that's being sold to avoid long lines at the bathroom at like concert events.
Oh, okay.
And it sold out. So not only has this
Yep.
thing been invented,
Good invention, by the way.
That is a good invention.
Yep.
Wait, so basically, it's a young adult diaper.
I was about to say.
It's just a Depends
Is
that
it
looks
not
cool.
the same
How
as
is
an
it different
adult
than a
diaper?
Depends?
it's no, not the same as an adult diaper because it has design to it.
So
and
it's
I
cool.
Guess,
Okay.
I guess
It's
you
cool
can
adult
probably
diaper.
change the.
Oh, you can wear it
I
with
think you could-
nothing over it.
I think
Oh,
you-
it's like cool. Oh shit. Okay.
I don't know if cool,
Cool is
right
the word. No, hip,
Yeah.
trendy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that you might be able to change the lining. So it's like they've sold you the diaper and
You
I
can
guess like the
reusable
look.
lining.
reusable.
And
I have a
so
Billie
So
Eilish
eco-
lining. Yeah, you get your own. It's like an UGG. You have those things you put on, personalize your diper.
They what do they call them? Giblets
yeah,
on the
giblet.
Crocs.
Yeah,
What
Croc.
giblets
That's what I
do you
meant,
have on your
Croc,
adult diaper?
Yeah.
So
Young adult diaper.
It was made by Liquid Death.
Liquid
Who
Death
makes
is
the
killing
water?
it with the young adult market.
I love
Wow.
Liquid Death.
They're rebranding diapers and water. Incredible marketing.
Diapers is kind of a.
It's a diaper. That's what it is. It's
Yeah.
a diaper.
Yeah.
It's just,
That's kind of what they do. They take a product that already exists
and they just add metal.
and they just
Yeah.
You ever had water? What if it was Iron Maiden water? Oh, you're a badass.
You ever pee yourself? What if it was punk rock to do it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you ever use a safety pin? What if it was sharper?
Liquid Death's genius.
Yeah.
It's so good.
No, it's great. It's great. I mean, I'm happy for
Can
the
we read
people.
some
who,
of the? Can you pull it up? Can we read some of the
That's a
branding?
good. I mean,
Product name.
Let me see.
that's a great. I mean, you go to a concert, you're on drugs, and you don't want to wait in line. You just want to shit yourself.
You know what?
Songs.
That
That's
is
not
actually
crazy.
the critical thing. And I'm a sober person,
Pit
so I never
diaper, yeah.
think of this stuff.
Oh yeah.
But the critical thing about this, the core audience, is high.
You're high. You're on
They're
Molly.
on-
You're at Bonnaroo. The porta potties are disgusting.
Yes.
It makes more sense to shit yourself than go on those porta potties on day 3 of
absolutely.
Bonnaroo.
Yeah.
It
it's
is.
not a
It is
bad idea.
wild.
Burning
that, like,
Man.
Burning Man.
This is
oh
gonna be
my
huge
God.
at Burning Man.
Oh my God.
Burning Man, Peeing Man. Am I
All right.
right?
Oh my God.
So these are the
Peeing Man.
or
I'll
the
say it again.
STD version, Burning P Man. Come on. There we go. Okay. We're trying here.
Oh, that's great.
these are reviews from the official Liquid Death website.
So it's called
Who's
just
to say if
Liquid
they can-
Death?
Yeah, wait,
no.
You got to change the
No,
name.
it's called-
It's called the
Diaper.
Pit Diaper.
$75.
Yeah.
$75 for the Pit diaper.
$75 for what? But you can wash it, or is it throw
So
away?
it looks like it's just like you put like Depends in it.
Yeah,
but it's
like
just
it has
like
a
Oh,
a
you
cool
put them
looking
in the
diaper.
liner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my
yeah,
God!
yeah.
It looks like
Okay.
a freaking wrestling championship
Oh,
belt.
we even have what it looks like on
So it looks
a
like
person.
leather, like Judas Priest wear,
Wow.
kind of. Yeah.
Look at
okay.
that. Blow.
I like that.
But here are some reviews on the official. There's only 5-star reviews on
Wow.
the official Liquid Death website. So
Okay.
who's to say if they can
oh
be
my
fully
God, the
trusted?
mainstream media.
They're
You
all
can't
from me,
trust
by
it.
the way.
This one feels a bit more legit. It's just titled Lifesaver. There's no name to it. 5 stars.
That's how you know it's true.
That's real.
That's
real.
crazy. When you got to give a shout out, but you can't let them know it's you.
Don't put your
details.
name. Don't put your name.
Unfortunately, didn't get to purchase my own pit diaper, but my friend let me borrow his when I went camping. The pads are easy to change and also work as a great filter before and after usage.
Camping? That's
first of
so
all,
weird. Why would you do camping?
How do you?
Sweet.
I
You
don't
can
think-
shit in the woods.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of camping.
I don't think his friend let him borrow anything. I feel like this is a thief.
Yeah.
Yeah, borrowing the pit diaper does feel like a violation.
Yeah.
And I
There are
like that it
certain
smelled
things-
like my friend still.
Also,
Jeremy, I love your smell. I would
No,
never share that.
but also, it's like if you're going camping, then just get the Depends.
You don't have to look
even
good
have to.
camping.
You don't have
There's
to look
literally no
stylish.
one there.
Are
You also just can walk 20 feet into the woods.
Yeah,
and
that
Yeah.
makes no sense to
If
camp
you have
with that.
peer pressure camping, you need new friends.
Yeah.
If
You
so-
don't have a
if you-
camping fit?
Yeah,
You
if
need to
you
have a
know
fit.
someone who you are going to go camping with and they're like, you shit in the woods?
But here's
yeah,
the thing.
Yeah, right.
Here's the thing. I actually believe this review.
Okay.
I think I
because
do too.
this
I
person-
fully
There were a lot of
believe the
spelling
review.
errors.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
there
this
we go.
person was not.
There's
No one at corporate
grammar.
would.
They don't
Let-
want that.
they don't
That's not
want
their
that.
demo.
Yeah.
They don't
No,
want
this
camping
person
people.
Well, that's
is-
not a demo.
No.
This is an individual who needs help.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
You're wearing a
not-
diaper while hiking?
Yeah, this is just a
I
very
mean,
specific
if there's
person.
misspellings, I'd like to think they're on the toilet right now. They're like, man, I really should have left a review.
First time shitting on a toilet in days. I like it better when it's tight to my body.
Is it poop friendly or just for pee? I imagine it's just pee.
I think it's pee. It seems
Yeah.
to be because
Oh,
it's
I went to
Nah.
shit right away. I
the
don't know
website
why.
directly advertises it as like, so you can also constantly enjoy liquid death.
Oh,
So I
okay.
think
So
it's-
it's like
Wait,
promoting
this
their
is their
product.
idea of like vertical integration.
Yeah. You love our water
Also,
so
no
much.
pun intended,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
vertical integration.
I do feel like, okay.
You love our water, you're gonna love our
You
urine.
can't stop drinking plain
This-
tap water. You're gonna want a diaper.
this person, whoever thought of this, I think at Liquid Death has made their first mistake because you can't just make a diaper and be like, but only pee. That's not how diapers
It
work.
has
I
to
think
be
for-
poop friendly.
Once
it does.
once
You do-
once you're going, you're
But
going.
depends are just for pee.
Yeah,
Then
I mean,
depends
what do you mean?
are
They,
a lie. You can't
But I
depend
guess
on them
that's
at all.
also for people who sneeze. It's for women who've had children
Sure.
who now like they sneeze and they piss a little bit.
but I
or
thought
men
depend
who
was for
shart
the old
themselves
people.
every year.
Yeah, it's for old people.
But the
Yeah.
old people going, they're doing everything.
Are-
They're
no,
shitting.
I
They're
don't-
shitting
are
and
they
it
shitting in
depends.
Depends?
Yes.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
shitting in my boxers once a year. So like to think that these old people are different than me
Can we
is
Google
wrong.
this, Alex? Can we settle this?
Wait,
Adult
so-
diapers depends. Are they? I think they're strictly for urine.
Oh, I have no, I have no argument with you what they should be for. I'm telling you what people doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like
That's upsetting.
I bet you,
That's upsetting.
I'm 100% sure it's for pee, but I'm telling
yes,
you people
can
pooping.
poop in Depends. Depends briefs are designed to manage both urinary and bowel incontinence.
I love
Meaning-
how that's a great word. They can't say shit.
Meaning they're
Bowel
intended to
incontinence.
absorb stool as well as urine.
Stool.
Mm.
Okay.
You know, anyone over 70 has poop on them probably one day a week.
Oh my god.
It's true. That's just life. It's coming.
I will say though,
Good thing they're staying hydrated with liquid death.
Yes. Yes.
yeah,
Well, should I do mine?
yeah, please.
Can I just? Mine will be pretty quick. I'm just gonna read the headline. Some U.S. states not running on Dunkin Donuts due to temporary supply shortage.
Wow. What'd
Yeah.
they run out of the
What?
donut?
They ran out of the donuts, and I just want to fucking say
Yeah,
that America runs on Dunkin.
yeah,
America fucking runs on Dunkin.
yes.
What the fuck else are we supposed to be doing right now? This
Because we're
is
not
the
running on love.
No, we're not.
We're not running on dreams.
No, it's
Dunkin'.
Dunkin'.
Yeah,
And we are the fattest, most body positive nation in America.
yeah.
So you get me those fucking donuts right now, okay?
You know what this feels like? Low key, a plot by Big Ozempic.
That
Because I don't know if you heard about
Big
this.
Ozempic.
There are people that are taking Ozempic and not losing the weight.
Because
What?
they are so unhealthy. They keep
They-
eating so much.
Because you have to like do a little bit
You have to change your
on
diet
the Ozempic,
one little bit.
and
yeah.
there are people that are like not moving much. And so even taking the Ozempic, if you eat and don't move, it like won't
They're moving
work.
so little.
That's
then
not
they're
even
not.
a miracle
Okay, but
drug.
can I just put out there? Then they're not running on Dunkin. You don't sit on Dunkin. You
No,
run
no,
on Dunkin.
no,
you
no, that's
innovate
true.
on Dunkin.
Okay, yes, that's fair. That's fair.
And
that's
I
fair.
went to run on Dunkin. I just want to let you know. I
Yeah.
went in there, no
Uh-huh.
donuts. They offered me munchkins, and I said, "Do you think I'm some kind of
Wait, they were just no donuts.
Just no
Completely
donuts,
empty.
just munchkins.
How did they have donut holes?
Great question.
It's
This
the
is
same
a fucking
product. It's the
conspiracy
same
theory.
thing.
But I
Yeah.
said, you think I'm gonna pop a ball in my mouth? I'm not a fucking. Give me the hole.
Wow. I'm
America
I'm glad
needs the
someone
hole.
said the word
Wow.
like that.
Wow. Okay, so I will tell you right now. I'm hyped that you went in there and that you made noise about it because I'm tired of Waffle House being the only one taking the task.
For running out of stuff.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like you,
uh-huh.
like, dude. Do you remember in 2000? I remember this. So it was 2006, and a Popeyes ran out of chicken.
I do remember that. Yeah.
Oh
I vaguely
man,
remember
there was
that
a
as
run
well.
on it or
dude.
something.
People were like ready to fight because then people were going to the drive-through, and this was like kind of the advent of what would start the whole like filming yourself doing something. Because these people weren't trying to be influencers at all. They weren't like doing
That's how
streaming at
concerned
all.
they were
They're
about
just
the
like, I'm
chicken.
pissed off.
They had
No
a
chicken.
flip camera phone. And
They could
were
record
recording what
3
happened.
minutes of footage.
Yeah.
Because this
and
dude,
they were like this. They delete
have
the
to use
baby
it all,
photo.
yeah.
They delete the delivery video. They delete the second
Yeah.
I
birthday.
don't even remember my wedding.
just there was a wild story where a guy was like pleading with them. It like went like low key viral. There was a guy pleading with them for like some. He's like, I know you got some in the back that you taking home. I have to. If I do not bring home chicken, my wife will leave me because he had been cheating, and so then she had caught him. And then he was trying to recover from that, like save his marriage. And he was like, if I tell her Popeyes ran out of chicken, she will
gonna think
You were with
she
the
will
rants
think
again.
I'm cheating again, and she will leave me. I need your help. And he's like pleading with them. It's so good.
just bread anything.
Yeah,
It has to be
Look,
chicken.
bread-
Popeyes is out of chicken.
bread of
Yeah,
plastic
right.
fork.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and you were with the boys last night.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Dunkin' thing doesn't really resonate with me because there weren't Dunkins in Minnesota. I
Right,
don't have
it
a
is so
connection
East Coast,
to Dunkin'
yeah.
at all.
It's
We're
so East
Caribou.
Coast.
It's Caribou coffee
Yeah,
in
Caribou.
Minnesota.
It's
Yeah.
pretty good.
It's the only state that isn't the most Starbucks. Every other state is Starbucks or Dunkin' is the number one coffee. Minnesota is the only one that isn't Caribou coffee.
Okay.
That's pretty cool for us. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, congrats.
Yeah.
And
After you came from my state, I wanted to.
Yeah.
I
No, we
wanted to say
started
we're
with
good.
Midwest. We ended Midwest.
well,
Yeah,
I
I
know where
wanna
my
s-
milk is probably going to come from when I order. Well, when I don't order it, when I get
Absolutely.
emergency delivered.
It will be from Minnesota,
It would be
Wisconsin.
probably one of the cruelest things they could do because you know how some of those Indian restaurants got that little fridge in the front. Is
Yeah,
to just
yeah.
have the milk in there and
Cups
never
of milk.
address it.
They're like, you can go get it.
Like never,
They won't
like,
bring
never
it
give
to
it to
you. You
anyone.
the milk walk of shame.
Yeah.
And an alarm goes off. A little white person alarm
Yeah.
starts playing like Sweet Caroline.
Yeah.
Another one needed some milk. Oh no.
Well, what do you want to plug? Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank
Did
you
you
for
have fun? I
having
hope you had
me.
fun.
I had a great
I thought
time.
you were
I'm sorry I have to
fantastic.
go quickly. I'm
No,
sorry
no,
I have
no.
to
You
go.
got to do your podcast.
I'm glad you were
got
here
it.
at all.
It was fun.
What is your podcast?
My podcast is called the You're an Idiot podcast with my friend Alex Dragovich.
He's so
who-
funny.
He is funny. He is also the dumbest man to ever live, and that's kind of the premise of the podcast. He's so fucking stupid, but it's a good time. He's legitimately, it's insane how dumb he is. I like.
Well, more. You didn't really plug. You
No,
more
okay,
shout
yeah.
on
I
your
will plug
friend.
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Also, I have all my shows and tour dates. Whitecomedian.com. I bought that URL years ago. I own it. Whitecomedian.com. I'm touring incessantly. It's gonna destroy me, but come to a show, folks.
Work.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be good.
yeah.
I pay $100 a year for Whitecomedian.com. It's good.
It's okay. I own rabbitinfo.finance for Maddie's Rabbits. We have a website for
For
her.
Maddie Wiener's
Yeah,
rabbits.
for Maddie
That's
Wiener.
so
That's
funny.
great.
That's incredible.
That's amazing.
Instagram, Geoffrey ATM, Geoffrey Ass to Mouth. Follow me there.
Awesome.
Jeff with a G. Jeff with a G. Yeah.
Well, thank you for being
Thank you
here.
for having me.
Thank
This
you
was
so much,
awesome.
man.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I think-
Hell yeah. We're done.
We did it.
You guys aren't plugging anything?
I guess when we figure out when we're releasing these,
Oh, right,
we
right,
can
right.
do the whole thing.
There
Yeah.
you go.
But we
There
haven't
you go.
released yet. so-
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Peace.
Thank you guys so much for listening. If you enjoyed that, you can go to patreon.com/WNWY for more bonus content and the opportunity to send in your news and get it prioritized.
Yeah, we appreciate you and you sharing your news with us. We cherish it.
It feels like you don't cherish it.
No, I do. I really do feel that way. I say cherish weird.